Welcome to our deep dive. We're diving into the BTS phenomenon. How'd they get from underdogs to superstars?
Yeah.
Their autobiography, Beyond the Story, is going to help us unpack that journey.
It's quite a story. Perseverance, artistic evolution.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they start in this place, the Cheonggu building, where Big Hit Entertainment was. Not exactly glamorous. The book describes it as hard to find.
Right.
Like up this steep incline in Gangnam, which is like a super trendy district in Seoul. But there's this funny story about J-Hope. When he first arrived at the dorm,
Oh, yeah.
he finds Suga, just like in his underwear.
Oh, wow.
Talk about an icebreaker.
Yeah, that's great.
It really paints a picture of those early days, right?
Totally. Like all these young guys just chasing this dream. 15 of them were actually trying to get a spot in BTS.
Wow.
Yeah. And Big Hit was struggling, especially after their girl group Glam.
Oh,
They didn't really make it big.
they were up against the K-pop giants too, right?
Absolutely. The big three. Massive companies with so much more resources.
It must have been so intimidating.
Yeah, for sure. But even back then, their talents were obvious. The book talks about how RM discovered hip-hop online growing up in Ilsen,
Yeah.
which is a little outside of Seoul, more chill. It's fascinating to think, what if he hadn't found that world,
Right. Totally different path.
Oh, completely.
And then there's this phone call. This rapper, Sleepy,
Yeah.
calls RM and asks, "Hey, do you know this guy Bang Siyuk?"
Wow.
And that leads RM to Big Hit.
What a turning point.
Crazy how such a small thing can have such a huge impact, right?
It is, absolutely.
So that's how the group starts to take shape. And the book talks about their pre-debut time in these seasons.
Interesting.
Yes, season 1 was super rap heavy. RM, Suga, and J-Hope were the core.
Right, the foundation.
Yeah. Then Jung Kook comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Season 2 starts. Amazing vocal talent.
It's amazing how each of them got to Big Hit. Totally different paths.
Right. Jung Kook was an athlete,
Yeah.
but he was captivated by RM's rapping. So he chooses music.
I love that.
Then there's Idol season. That's when the rest of the members join. The BTS we know today. V's story is wild.
Yeah.
He arrives with his dad and gets immediately scammed by this taxi driver.
No way.
And he felt so out of place. He thought he wouldn't even be on the same team as the rappers.
Whoa.
Imagine his surprise.
I know, right.
And then you've got Jimin, contemporary dance background, training to be a break dancer. He meets J-Hope, and they bond over dance.
Their chemistry is something else.
It's undeniable, right? On stage, off stage.
Yeah.
Then we have Jin. Jin was an acting major.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He joined Big Hit just for the experience. He loved trying new things. He even spent some time on his grandparents' farm when he was a kid.
Wow, what a contrast.
Such different backgrounds. That's part of what makes them so relatable, right?
Totally. Not like cookie cutter idols. They're real people with different experiences, different perspectives, all connected by music.
Right, exactly. But it wasn't all easy, Their pre-debut days were tough. Grueling training schedules, late nights, strict diets, and always needing to prove themselves.
Especially coming from a small company.
Exactly.
You can forget that, seeing where they are now.
Right.
Big Hit was still having financial trouble. And the members themselves, they had doubts.
Oh, yeah.
Suga's story, especially, he was working part-time jobs, had a motorcycle accident.
Wow.
And he was even unsure if he could stay a trainee.
That must have been so tough.
He was feeling desperate, questioning everything. Talent isn't always enough,
That's true.
There's so much more to it.
Definitely. And Jimin was dealing with anxiety, too. Worried he'd be cut from the group after leaving his dance training.
It's incredible how they got through those times.
The resilience is amazing.
What's interesting is Big Hit, they learned from their past. They took a new approach with BTS.
Oh, yeah.
Focused on building that fan base before they even debuted.
Sort.
Used YouTube, their own blog.
Innovative for the time.
Totally. Creating content, producing their own music, practicing choreography while running the blog.
Wow.
Social media.
Yeah.
It was nonstop.
And it paid off. You can see it in their debut album, Too Cool for School.
Yeah.
We are bulletproof PT Door 2. The lyrics literally talk about all-nighters getting ready.
Dedication.
And then boom, official debut with No More Dream.
Yeah.
Super powerful song,
Yeah.
intense dancing.
Yeah.
They were ready. But the response? Not quite what they hoped.
That was mixed, right?
Yeah, their second album, ORUL82, not as successful as they wanted.
Right.
J-Hope said it felt like getting smacked around.
Ouch. Reality check.
And then they even had to deal with criticism.
Oh, yeah.
like that Be Free diss, tough time. The Korean music industry is complicated,
Yeah.
and there was this doubt about where they fit in.
Mm.
Amazing that they didn't let it break them.
Shows their character. They took all that, turned it into music. It made their sound stronger, that blend of hip-hop and K-pop.
Right. All that leads to their breakthrough moment.
Yeah. The 2014 Mame Awards.
We'll get into that incredible performance right after this.
It's a Mame performance 2014. It's like their moment, you know?
Totally. So much pressure.
Oh, yeah. And then, to make it even crazier, the day before,
Yeah.
Bobby from iKON
Oh, right, another group.
releases this diss track, Come Here,
Oh, wow.
aimed at, like, idol rappers.
Talk about timing.
The book says it felt like combat mode.
And
J-Hope even compared it to 300, like the Spartans getting ready for battle.
oh, wow. They must have felt like they had to prove something.
Big time. RM wasn't sure if they should, address the diss on stage,
Right.
but they went with letting the performance speak for itself.
And it did. That danger choreography, insane.
So complex, all synced up, the energy.
It's captivating.
They went all out, physically, artistically.
It was a statement.
This is who we are. Raw hip-hop, but that K-pop showmanship too.
The world was watching. Industry people, everyone.
RM even got cast on that show, Problematic Men.
Right. Showed off how smart he is to a whole new audience.
And ARMY, their fan base.
Yeah.
They started growing like crazy.
It's amazing how ARMY really shielded them from negativity. All the cyberbullying that comes with fame.
Totally. They built this, like, bond, belonging. It went beyond countries, beyond cultures.
Music's power, right, to connect people like that.
It is. And their music, it was changing too.
Yeah.
The most beautiful moment in life era, things shifted. More storytelling, more emotion in the music.
Right, right.
They started using their own experiences, their struggles in the songs, the videos.
I Need You is huge.
A game changer. Fans felt like BTS got them, like truly understood.
That era was special. They were so open, so real.
And their content too.
Yeah.
V-Live, Run BTS,
Constantly innovating.
finding new ways to connect with the fans. It was genuine, relatable.
And it worked worldwide.
For sure. Even little things like Jin's Eat Jin series.
Oh, yeah.
Sharing his food with fans online.
It felt like, hey, come eat with me. Simple, but it made that bond with ARMY even stronger.
Global recognition kept growing. First world tour, more international fans.
Then came Wings. Darker, more introspective, right?
Definitely. Each member got a solo track to explore their own style, their own struggles.
It was like looking into their souls.
Jung Kook's Begin, about joining the group so young. Jimin's Lie, his inner turmoil, amazing vocals. V, Stigma, soulful, jazzy. Suga's First Love, so raw about his connection with music.
Each song was so powerful.
Wings got global acclaim. Records broken, they were on another level.
But behind the scenes, things weren't so easy,
No, the schedule, the pressure, it took a toll.
leading to that almost breakup.
Their Mama speech in 2017, everyone was shocked.
Right. So honest about the exhaustion, the arguments, feeling isolated even with all the fans.
Vulnerability. It resonated. Jin talked about his happiness fading, feeling guilty towards ARMY. Druga started painting.
Oh yeah, to deal with the anxiety, right?
To find another creative outlet shows how deep his artistry goes.
We all need different ways to express ourselves, especially when things are tough.
Exactly. Jimin found comfort rewatching old videos, feeling the love from ARMY. J-Hope, his Hope on the Street dance series.
Sharing his passion, spreading joy,
They all found ways to cope, to recharge amidst the chaos.
and all those personal experiences they poured into the music.
Love Yourself was born from that struggle. Self-acceptance, resilience, relationships.
Powerful message, delivered so authentically.
And then, the pandemic.
Changed everything.
Their plans got disrupted, and that's how Dynamite happened.
First full English song,
They wanted to bring joy, hope.
and it worked. Dynamite, global smash hit.
Broke records, top charts. The world needed that energy.
It was the antidote to all that darkness, a reminder that music can unite us.
Permission to Dance came next. Keep going, find the joy.
The collaborations,
Yeah.
Halsey, Coldplay,
Global icons, using their voices for good.
the UN performance.
Speaking about the Sustainable Development Goals,
So inspiring. They're using their platform to make a difference.
it goes beyond music now.
But there's more to their story.
The Grammys and their reflections on this incredible rise.
We'll get into all that after a quick break. The Grammys, right. It's crazy to think how far they've come. Remember when they were like outsiders, even in Korea? And now They're nominated, performing on the Grammy stage.
It was huge, not just for them, but for K-pop.
Right. The world finally seeing the talent, the artistry coming from South Korea.
It's a shift in the music landscape.
Totally. And their view on awards has changed too.
Oh, yeah.
Shuka talks about like moving past that early fear. Now it's about longevity, making music that truly matters.
Unsure perspective.
Right. Awards are just one part of success.
Shows how grounded they are
Oh.
after all this.
And RM, always with the jokes, said they don't need validation.
Yeah.
But they appreciate the recognition.
Of course.
They haven't let it go to their heads.
Their drive to keep growing, to be creative, it's amazing. Even at the Grammys, they did magic tricks.
Right. Unexpected, fun.
Always keeping things fresh.
And even with all the fame, they still connect with ARMY on a personal level. They haven't forgotten where they started.
That connection, it's everything.
Totally. Permission to dance on stage, those concerts, Seoul, Vegas.
Their first time performing live in 2 years because of the pandemic.
The energy was incredible. The set list, like a journey through their whole career.
Showed how much they've grown, how much they can do.
Like the stage, the effects, those speeches, it was emotional. Celebrating their music, their journey, their bond with ARMY.
Powerful.
Even Butter,
Yeah.
their recent single,
Yeah.
RM, added a rap part while they were recording.
Shows their teamwork. Always pushing to make things better.
They're always experimenting, blending genres. That's why they keep gaining new fans.
They're keeping the old ones.
Working with Chris Martin on My Universe. That was the chance to reflect on their impact globally.
Blending their styles. A song about unity, connection.
Beautiful. And then the UN campaign.
Right, the Sustainable Development Goals.
Talking about climate change,
Yeah.
vaccines.
They're using their voices for good.
It's inspiring. They're global citizens now, using their influence to make a difference.
Mm.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Beyond the Story,
Mhm.
what stands out to you about their journey?
Their resilience, for sure. All the
Yeah.
challenges, the setbacks, they never gave up.
Exactly. They teach us to embrace who we are, to keep learning, to use our voices for good.
Hard work, dedication, passion. It pays off.
Even with all the fame, they show us that human connection, self-love, making a positive impact, that's what matters. And we've just scratched the surface. Beyond the Story, it has so much more. I hope you'll read it.
Yeah, dive in. The steep dive might be ending.
Right.
But their story is still being written.
And we can't wait to see what they do next.